Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode we entered Ryan Amusements. Initially we came here just to pick up Sinclair, but since the gate of the station has been frozen shut, we had to start searching for the incinerate plasmid in order to melt the ice. Ryan Amusements was created by Ryan as a form of indoctrination of children. The displays inside showcase the history of Rapture, how the city was built and why. Of course, the history we're seeing here is heavily distorted by Ryan, but it is nonetheless very interesting to learn more about Rapture. We also had our first harvesting session, which is the only way of obtaining Adam in this game. Basically, we're using the little sisters we've picked up in this level to drain Adam from the corpses of the Splicers. All that's left to do now is to find that incinerate plasmid. Another exhibit here.
On the surface, the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home and lands of his own. But the parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are the state. We are gone. We demand our share.
This is actually quite the impressive theme park. Though I agree with the guy from a while ago, it's more of a brainwashing facility than a theme park. I guess the main goal is to indoctrinate little children to believe in Ryan's philosophy. Let's search the maintenance room. There's a warning for a turret in the vicinity. Here it is. We managed to kill the Splicer before he finished setting up the turret. There's also a body we can gather Adam from, so hacking the turret will be quite helpful. We'll also set up some trap rivets as well, of course. And there's even an audio diary here.
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. I'm gonna fix up the transport sub that's been rusting in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
I guess we now know what happened with at least this group of children. Probably it happened with the others as well. Okay, I think we've made enough preparations. Let's start gathering Adam.
I do not hate you, Delta. Indeed, I care for you in equal measure to any other sentient creature. But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
I'm most certainly not your son, lady. And sending your children against me? That's the same as sacrificing them. There's actually no way they can kill me. They couldn't even slow me down. Anyways, this position here seems to be quite good. The turret will take care of the Splicers from the right side. Yep, we don't even have to do anything. Okay, we're halfway there. The gathers so far are still quite easy. But that's mainly because we're only getting attacked by lead-head Splicers. Once the tougher Splicers start appearing, we'll need to change our strategy. They don't give up, do they? There's just a bit more Adam left to gather. And we're done. Now we can send the little sister back through the vent. At that point, we can either suck all of the Adam out of her and thus kill her, or we can get just a bit and
Chief,
cure
we've almost got
her.
enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
Now I'm a good guy and would prefer to save the little sisters, but since this is a no achievements run, I'm kinda forced to anyway. In order to get the savior achievement, we'll need to save all the little sisters. Not only that, but if we save them, they'll give us a few gifts similar to the previous game. Right, so let's continue through the theme park. The vents are marked on the map, but we'll eventually reach one, even if we don't go out of our way looking for them. And yet another audio diary.
Lamb is becoming a problem. Woman is a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. The new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swept by the parasite. Deliverance, guys. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
Okay, so Sinclair was Ryan's fixer. Wonder why he didn't use him against Fontaine. Maybe he just couldn't. Fontaine did have an army with him, and Sinclair doesn't look the fighting type. Anyways, we're still just thoroughly searching the theme park. There are quite a few goodies we can pick up. Wait, I think I heard someone. There he is. As far as I know, Splicers do not respawn randomly in Bioshock 2. They usually appear after we trigger something.
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city sing the virtues of greed and pride. But truth, rather, is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
Quite the messiah complex there.
Parasite makes nothing for itself. Its only tools are taxes and tithes meant to trick you into offering what it has not earned. In Rapture, we keep what is ours.
Something else I'd like to mention is that the audio diary achievement only requires us to collect 100 entries. There are 129 audio diaries in total, so that's a pretty lenient requirement. Which is good considering we can't go back to the previous levels.
Above his fellows, but the parasites say no. Discovery must be regulated, it must be controlled, and finally, surrender.
That being said, we will of course be collecting all the audio diaries.
An artist strives to frame his ideals in an image, to challenge his audience and make his vision immortal. But the parasites say, no, your art must serve the cause. Your ideals endanger the people.
Persecution Boulevard. They've really gone all out on symbolism. I think we're nearing the end of the theme park. Another lead-head splicer here. And one more in the basement below us. I could have just shot him with the rivet gun, but this was just begging me to use the electro bolt. Let's try going down the stairs and see if we can't find something interesting. So far just some money, ammo and a vending machine. Oh, there's a health station as well. Overall, it was kind of disappointing. Let's go back upstairs. What's that blinking red light? It's nothing. So, a maintenance room to the left and an exhibit on the right. Let's hear what Ron has to say this time.
Lacking its own ingenuity, the parasite fears.
Is that a golf club?
What it cannot plagiarize, it seeks to censor. What it cannot regulate, it seeks to ban. Rapture was founded on an idea, and here they are held inviolate.
I also have an idea about the golf club. Well, that wasn't as satisfying as I thought, but at least we got the 9 irony achievement. Let's check the maintenance room now.
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. you'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
Yeah, Sinclair really leaves me with Atlas vibes. I'd be really shocked if he doesn't betray me at some point. So the reason he was telling us all this about the Little Sisters is undoubtedly because there's a vent nearby. Probably down these stairs the arrow is pointing us towards. And we got quite a lot of ammo from the safe as well. I think I hear the sound of a quest item nearby. Another vending machine here. I was trying to pick up the rivets. We don't really need anything from the vending machine. A Vita chamber, and here's the vent. Here's another reminder of the choice we're going to have to make when sending the little sister through the vent. We will of course be saving her and sending her to Tenenbaum.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
And that's our cue to leave the theme park and go back to that central hub we harvested the first body in. Of course more splicers have spawned. This is what usually happens when we do something significant to progress the story. That last one was able to get quite close to us. Now let's loot the bodies and continue following the arrow. I think I hear some more splicers walking around. Yep, here he is. There's actually a couple of them. I'll use the trap rivets for a bit, just to rack up some kills for the traps achievement. Just remember that when firing trap rivets at the enemy, it takes a couple of seconds before it actually deals damage. Let's also pick up the first aid kit from the health station. I can't hear any more splicers, so I guess we can go ahead and exit to the main street. Well, the sign says this way, so I guess that's the way we're supposed to go. Oh, there are still more exhibits for us to enjoy.
Your parents sought a private life, using their great talents to provide for you. They learned to twist the lies of church and government, believing themselves masters of the system. But the parasites said, no. The child has a duty. He will go to war and die for the nation.
Looks like there is a room to the right. Let's go up this hand and see what we can find. Platforming in this game feels a bit better than it was in Bioshock 1. And we found an audio diary here, next to this corpse.
2 weeks at my last count. 2 weeks since we were trapped in this rotten park. I haven't been eating. The children need all the supplies we've got left. Need them more than I do. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can feel myself getting weaker. The children have noticed the condition I'm in, of course. What will happen once I'm gone? I'll be all alone.
That was a rather bleak ending. There really is no shortage of tragedies in Rapture. Anyways, on the bright side, we have an upgrade station here. The third rivet gun upgrade is incredibly good. The frequency of setting splicers on fire is pretty high, but the clip size upgrade is also very convenient, so I can't complain.
Solutions. It's this pseudo-legal firm he set up to take problems Ryan doesn't want to admit he has, and make them go away. I could fill 40 front pages of the Tribune with stories about this fella, if he wasn't paying me not to. And he's got work for me, right? I ask what, and he flashes me these $1,000 stipend. He's saying this job will, quote, change history.
I'm guessing this has something to do with Ryan trying to get rid of Lamp. After all, that's what he hired Sinclair for. I don't believe I'll be using the auto-hack darts too often. Hacking is quick and easy as is. Well, we got quite a lot of supplies from this side trip. Let's go back to the main street. Seems to be very quiet. Too quiet. Nothing suspicious so far. Okay, that was the camera slide. Let's switch to the hack tool. And of course the Splicers already knew we were here. Well, we got the camera hacked, so it will be easy to deal with him now. I guess we could have also let the security bots kill him, but I was kind of pissed at him. Let's look around and see if there's anything else interesting here. That wooden wall does look kind of suspicious. Yeah, a hidden room with an audio diary.
Third session today with this amazing limey shrink, Dr. Sophia Lamb. She said that all Ryan's horse shit about always looking out for number one is turning us little guys against each other. And what we need is unity, solidarity. Then, she held up a mirror. Turns out, I wear my hair and mustache just like Ryan. So today, I'm spreading the word about Lamb. And tonight, I'm shaving my
Unable
whole
to
stupid
provide
head.
for itself, the need of the parasite grows until war is made to justify.
So unsure was angry at Ryan.
Your parents brought you to Rapture, where you need never fear the parasites again. So you see, there is no place for you on the surface. But you may bring the world to you. If you know someone who belongs in Rapture, write a letter to the Ryan Industries mailroom. And you never know, the next new face might be familiar.
And here's the lighthouse, the entrance to Rapture. This has really become a symbol of the Bioshock series. And we have yet another audio diary here. Let's pick it up and have a listen.
I know this facility is vital to the preservation of secrecy in Rapture, but seeing myself transformed into that lurching, waxen nightmare, do children truly respond to this? Still, I spoke to a young man exiting the park after the grand opening, asking him what, if anything, he had learned here. He said his chores didn't seem so bad anymore, as long as Mother wouldn't send him to the surface.
To be honest, I found the Boost Hound tonic to be quite worthless. But since I don't have anything better to place in the free slot, might as well use it.
Tip for you, Jimbo. It'll get you out of that lonely hearts club for good. This scheme works 100% of the time, guaranteed. First, find some Betty and take her to Ryan Amusements. Then, you'll go to the gift shop, buy her a teddy bear. This is key. I ain't kidding around. Then, you buy her a ticket on Journey to the Surface. As soon as you hit that first scare, bingo! Tunnel of love.
And this is why I think it's worthless. It doesn't get rid of the drunk effect. Okay, now that we're done with Ryan Amusements, let's go back and find the Gatherer's Garden. The nearest one is located in the Hall of the Future, in the central hub, but the arrow will lead us there anyway. Doesn't seem there are any new Splicers spawned, which is a good thing, I guess. Across this bridge is where we'll find the Hall of the Future. There hasn't been an ambush in a while. I think it's about time for one. And there we have it. Quickly hacking the turret will turn the tables on them though. Okay, the turret is hacked, so we don't have to worry about it anymore and start shooting at them. I could have of course left the turret deal with them. It would have also helped with the achievements, but I didn't want to risk the turret getting damaged. we'll still get some use out of it yet. But right now let's just go past it and into the hole of the future.
So, you would drain the people of their life's blood. Rapture is a body, Delta. I am the voice, and Big Sister is the hand. When Rapture speaks of you, it says only this. Sleep now. Your day is done.
We lost another of the Alpha Series protectors today in testing. Somewhere outside the city limits, he simply vanished. For these men, Rapture has no walls. We must find a method of conditioning them against abandonment of the Little Sisters. Something physical, possibly even lethal. The lab aides are starting to call them Big Daddies. Perhaps there's some genius to that. Bonded pairs, connected by a love that kills.
Light up enemies to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spread.
Great, now that we have the incinerate plasmid, we are free to end the level. Now I am however somewhat bothered by what Lamb said earlier. She'll probably want to send a big sister to stop us. Right now though, we still have this hole of the future to fully explore. So let's get right to it. Okay, there's a walk-in freezer we can enter now that we have incinerate. Let's try melting the ice and see if there's anything useful here. And as it turns out, it's not actually a walk-in freezer, but rather an exhibition room that has frozen over for some reason. So right now the only thing that makes any sense buying is the armored shell tonic. It's always a good idea to have some damage reduction. And buying some more tonic slots also doesn't hurt. This will also unlock an achievement. There's another pile of ice we can melt. Okay, that was quite a lot of specialized ammo. I believe we're done with the Hole of the Future, so let's go back to the end, or rather the entrance of the level. I knew it, the big sister is coming. Luckily we have a turret here and we can also use the trap rivets, so this should take a good chunk out of her health. After that, hopefully we'll have enough heavy rivets. Unfortunately, we still don't have any armor-piercing ammo, or any kind of heavy weapon that will help against her. But there is a vending machine here, so I'm not really afraid of dying. Okay, so now we just need to trigger her and lure her back into our trap. Quite the dramatic entrance. I'll also be constantly trying to use Incinerate. It's actually doing pretty good damage to her. We're doing better than I thought. We've already shaved off a third of her health. And of course now it's her turn. Come on, get over here. Wow. Actually I didn't expect her to die quite so easily. Damn, those trap rivets are awesome.
Holy Moses, son. Not even a big sister can keep you down. Well, come on back and melt the ice and we can say goodbye to this 2-bit colony ride.
After we killed her, we also unlocked the achievement for killing a big sister without using a Vita chamber. All we have to do now is get back to the Atlantic Express station. Okay, so we are now exiting Ryan Amusements. Is there going to be any new Splicer spawns? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, here's the pile of ice I was talking about. There's even an audio diary inside it.
He's gone. James was the only man I ever loved. Now it's like he never even came to Rapture. He heard me sing at the limbo room, came up all bashful. He liked hearing songs about what it's really like to live in this town. I think he's been trying to organize folks against Ryan. And now he's gone. And I'm here, singing Rise, Rapture, Rise. Scared to death they're gonna come for me.
Outstanding, sport. You're proving to be quite a windfall. Now just open the train tunnel from the security booth there, and I'll come out and jump on.
I'm sure nothing bad could possibly happen once I pull this lever. Wow, actually, nothing happened? I assume this is Sinclair.
I like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word. You and me, kid, we're going places.
We've just unlocked the story-related achievement for ending this level.
I had thought you some golem of Sinclair's, brought here to hold Rapture's arms while he rifles through her pockets. But no, you are aware of your plight. Who, I wonder, would be so cruel to force a mirror on a man with no face?
Lem was waiting for us. Come out shooting and start the train.
I guess I spoke a bit too soon about nothing bad happening, but really, this ambush was nothing to worry about. Before getting on the train, however, let's check the room Sinclair came from. Would you look at that, another audio diary. To be honest, they are a tad bit too frequent.
Andrew Ryan. He reckoned the free market was some kind of holy spirit gonna lead us all over the rainbow. And I reckon it's a big fat hooker too dim to spot a wooden nickel. So old Andy went and became his own ghost, and I whittled nickels till I made a mint.
Sinclair's really starting to sound like Fontaine though. So much so that I wonder if he's really going to backstab us. I mean, it's not much of a plot twist if you knew what would happen from the start. Regardless, it's time to end this level and get to Fontaine Futuristics. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.